Hello again. Today I thought I'd show you how I went about fitting bonnet pins to the engine cover. The reason I had to fit engine cover pins, bonnet pins or hood pins, is because my car's got a 3S GTE in it, and the inlet manifold sits right next to the bonnet catch, and on a supercharged MR2 engine cover, the latch is actually in a different position to the standard one. So normally you'd have to move the latch across, but as you can see I can't do that because the inlet manifold's in the way. So I'm just going to delete all that completely, and I've just run bonnet pins. So I'm going to show you the way I've found it easiest to keep it symmetrical on both sides. And the best position to put them in. So most hoods or engine covers, bonnets, whatever you want to call them, have got rubber buffers or bushes which are adjustable, which are screwed in both sides over there, that side and that side. These are used probably for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons why they're adjustable is so you can get the panel gaps or body lines right. If you have a look at the front, they've actually got 4. There's one there, and then there's 2 more across the front, and another one the other side. So that's a good place to put them because they usually, on the body of the car, have got a nice flat surface where the rubbers sit, which means when you screw your bonnet pins on, they're nice and square. Same again at the front, I'll just show you that quick. So that's where the bonnet pin sits, the bush sits, or buffer. And then at the front is there, and another one there, which would all work really well. Even though they've got these crimp lines in, with a decent washer on it, it'll be alright. So that's the best place to fit them. So obviously we need to find the centre of these holes, which you could probably measure and mark on the other side, but you know, it's a bit of a guess. So I thought, what's the best way of doing it? And then I got one of the bushes and I put it in the vise, and I drilled a 10mm hole through the centre. It's not the easiest thing to do because you can't hold it too tight in the vise because it just squashes and then crimps on the drill bit. So after I did that, I screwed it back in, and then from underneath I drilled through to the top of the bonnet, and that holds the drill bit square. With a fiberglass bonnet like these supercharger ones, you want to be careful not to just blow straight through the top, because you could take a chunk of the gel coat off. So I drilled up slow until I could just see the tip of the drill coming through. Stopped, shut the bonnet, and then drilled, or the engine cover I should say, and then drilled from the top down, which is a much safer way. And then once I did that on both sides, I left the bush in, and then I shut the lid, and then I put the drill down through the top, still using the rubber as a guide, and then that marked the body. I didn't drill straight through, I just marked it with the drill bit of exactly where these pins would be to match the hole we just drilled through the engine lid. And then after I'd marked that, I went and drilled these holes through. I started with an 8mm drill bit, because these are actually 3/8 because they're an American made, so they're 3/8 UNF thread. So it's like a 10mm clearance drill bit. So I started out with an 8mm, and then I finished it off with a step drill. I like these because as you drill through, you get up to the next size, and it it almost puts a chamfer on and takes the sharpness off. So then after I did that, I screwed pushed the pins through, put the nuts on from the back. You can get to them, I'll just show you that. You can get to them inside the boot. They're just, let's find it, just there. So just inside, both sides are easy enough to get at. There's the other one, just there. And then what you need to do is keep some tension on the pins so they don't rattle about a lot. So on this side of the bonnet, or engine cover, it's got a rubber seal across there, which gives it a bit of spring and a bit of tension. And then on this side there isn't one. So what I did was I cut a bit of that rubber buffer I was talking about before and just put it on top of the nut on this bonnet pin. And then when you shut the lid, what I did was adjusted so the hole is just inside the bonnet or engine lid. Let's see, I'll show you a bit on this one. So it's about halfway on this one, and then when you press down to put your pin in, it holds tension on it and stops it rattling about. I'll just show you that now. Let's get a pin. So you'll see. So you can't get the pin in without pressing down on the bonnet, which is what you want. Can't do that there. So then you press down, push the pin in, and then the pin doesn't rattle about. And then once I've got that adjusted right, I then just place the covers on, or the protector, and then I put it so the holes were opposites to where the pin would be pushed in and out, because it would make it difficult to get it in and out. And then just literally just mark those with a Sharpie, and then I used 3.5mm, 3.5mm rivets, and that's it. It's a nice easy one on these. That's about all I can say about it, really. I hope this helps. Cheers.